of shut down in this pandemic. The last mega fight we saw was Wilder Fury 2. What did you make of Tyson stoppage win?
Tyson Fury one of the smartest guys in boxing today. I told Tyson Fury about 3 or 4 years ago that if he got his act together, got himself in shape, he would be very happy with the outcome because he could beat most of all the guys out there right now. He's smarter than most of them. He's more gifted in boxing than most of them. He uses his tools smarter than most of them because you got to remember, Muhammad Ali was the greatest of all time, but Muhammad Ali only probably used 65% of boxing skill. The rest of it he used was his mind. So, I mean, they use 45% boxing skill, 65% and 65% are mental because he was more mental than he was boxing skills. And Tyson Fury, not saying that he's as good as Ali boxing skill wise, but he has a mind like Ali. So, with a mind like that, he can beat anybody. So, I told him once I think he was at a low point in life when I saw him. I said, listen, man, if you just dedicate yourself to boxing for 5 years, you will be amazed because you can beat all these guys. He did that and look what happened. So, man, I live to death. I'm so happy to see it. I'm so proud of him, and I'm so happy for him that he was able to do it.
Many rank him as the #1 heavyweight in the world now. Do you see it like that as well, Roy?
Who? Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Do you think he beats Anthony Joshua if that fight happens?
It's going to be a good fight. It's a tough fight for him than Wilder was because Josh has more tools and more weaponry as far as the way he brings to the table. He's not going to play. He's going to bring a few plans to the table.
Let me ask you about some of Wilder's comments after the fight. He said that his costume was to blame for the loss, and recently, yesterday, he said Fury is not a real champion. What are your thoughts on this, Roy?
You can't call it another real champion. Got beat you basically. I mean, the guy fought a 7-round fight, a 12-round fight. That's 19 rounds. You got probably won 14 or 15 of the 19 rounds. So how can you say he's not a world champion? And they beat you and took you out your game for the title. So how can you say he's not a world champion?
Why do you think Wilder is saying these things? Just moving away, actually, out of interest, what made you get into music and releasing your own tracks, right?
Those are the words of Roy Jones Jr. And he responds, of course, by Wilder's comments calling Tyson Fury not a real champion. He doesn't feel like he's a real champion. And before I get into Roy's comments and what he responded, let me just counterpunch real quick. First off, Deontay Wilder will not feel like anything because he's in denial. He won't feel like Tyson Fury is anything because he's still trying to understand what went on in his corner, what went on in the fight at hand. So he's not going to feel like anything. So that's natural. But that's my counterpunch. This is what Roy Jones Jr. had to say. Roy Jones Jr. first told him, like, well, he fought you twice. It's not like this was a fluke and the fight got cut short due to bad refereeing, and that happens. It does happen. I've saw it. I've seen it happen. Referee jumped the gun, called it too early before it was time. Bad decision. This was not it. This was not the referee. This was Mark Breland. Okay? This was a person that knew his fighter, that was with his fighter for a very long time, that knew this guy ain't ready. This guy is getting beat. I don't want to see my guy take the kind of punishment that he is taking that night on February 22nd. Therefore, he stopped it. However, Roy continued. He said, well, because he's fought you more than once, he's won 15, 16 out of those rounds in 2 fights. Okay? What is that? Well, actually, that's 12 rounds plus 7. Okay, so that's, you know what I mean? Those are some rounds built up, people. That's 19 rounds. So, wow, 14, 15 out of those rounds, that only leaves Wilder with 3 rounds winning. And 2 of them is because he got that knockdown, right? Think about it. So, Roy said, well, how can he not call him a champion at that point? How can you not call this man a champion when this man has defeated you and you're a champion? And again, him not thinking of Fury a champion is like calling himself a non-champion. Even though he says your king is here, so your king was dethroned. His kingdom was breached. He was defeated. Therefore, whoever defeated him becomes king. That's how it works. You can't go against the rules. Those are the rules. You lose, you lose. You know, it's going to take a while for him to admit it, so we can stop saying admit it, because he's not going to admit it right now. Okay? You know, maybe that's a mental tactic, like I said. Maybe that's something that he may need to think or feel to make himself more triumphant or more successful or motivate himself in the third fight. Okay, so he wants to stop Tyson Fury from defending the title that he took for him, maybe. But Roy also said these words of encouragement, and this is something that I didn't know. Roy shared with Tyson Fury about 3 years ago. Now, it's kind of hard to believe that a guy that's on top of the world right now was so down in the gutter. He was down at the very bottom. He was at the bottom of the barrel. You know, think about 17. He was 400 pounds since 2017, wasn't he not? Right? He was up there. And Roy Jones gave him encouragement. He said, man, if you you can come out of this. You know, and if you stick to boxing in 4 or 5 years, you could become on top. Needless to say, you know, words of encouragement mean something. Positive seeds, positive words, positive comments mean something. See, Roy Jones Jr. is a guy that he's inspirational because, I mean, he's a living legend. But he also shows you that, hey, you can do this thing despite what you think. Both of these guys are believers in God, so they think, oh, it's a higher power. So I know with help from that higher power, from God, I can do what I need to do. I can overcome whatever's going on in my life right now. And that's what Roy planted in him. And therefore, Tyson Fury, rode with it. I believe that helped him. You know what I mean? And it feels good to know that a person that you encouraged or you mentored to, and you gave good advice to, planted positive seeds with, is doing well and on top of the world right now. Okay, so this is bigger than Deontay Wilder losing his WBC belt. This is a story that's made because it shows you what faith is. It shows you when you believe. It really means speak it, believe it, receive it. You know what I mean? You speak it, believe it, receive it, but it's more than that though. That's just a saying, okay? Sure, you speak it, but you have to believe it, and when you believe it, you have to put faith in works, and you have to train. That's what Tyson Fury did, right? To train for this Deontay Wilder rematch, and he came back bigger and stronger, and he did what he did, and he was triumphant, and he trained to kick ass, and that's exactly what he did, okay? And then guess what he received? The WBC belt. Of course, you're going to see the negativity. Of course, you're going to see people trying to overturn it, which that's kind of uncanny now. You didn't see people trying to sign a petition when Lennox Lewis beat Evander Holyfield. You didn't see nothing like that. This is a different type of discrimination right here. This is brand new to me. I never seen someone or a group of people that are so much in denial to refuse to understand what happened in the ring. It baffles me to see what's going on. It's just as more baffling what they want Tyson Fury to do, give up the belt and overturn the O, than the coronavirus. I mean, I'm just being real. But, Roy also, he spoke on Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. And he made a lot of sense, and you could tell Roy Jones knows what he's talking about. Look, it's going to be a good fight because Anthony Joshua has more weapons. He has more tools in his repertoire than Deontay Wilder. It will be harder in that fight to fight Anthony Joshua than Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder, you take away that one big gift, that's it. You got him. I figured him out. He's gone. Someone that has many weapons is going to be complex. It's going to be more than what you think it's going to be. It's going to be difficult. That's what makes it a challenge. So you don't challenge yourself when something's easy. Maybe Tyson Fury's disappointed because he thought Deontay Wilder had something else besides the big right hand, but obviously he didn't because he didn't show it. We didn't see the windmill. We didn't see the wild punches. We seen a couple rabbit punches. We did see that if you look at it. But we didn't see anything else that he had to offer to keep Tyson Fury at bay. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Roy Jones Jr.'s comments. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace.